Hey, this is Corey Clement of the Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions, and you're watching MUT Force with director and Trumpetmonkey. Stay frosty and fly, Eagles, fly.
All right, director. Director said tonight on MUT Force with director and Trumpetmonkey. Director is hammered.
I don't know where you magic pixies came from, but I like your pixie drink.
We just got back from a concert, and yeah, we had the equivalent of like 12 shots and 5-6 beers. So it's gonna be interesting. MUT Force, what's up, guys? It's the director and the Trumpetmonkey.
Hi, guys. Hey, it's the sober half of MUT Force. People are always asking me, "Oh, how do you manage to get the filming done? How do you manage to get the filming done for MUT Force with the time difference?" Well, sometimes that means that Puppet Director has a little drinky winky, and it's Saturday morning with the coffee for the monkey, but Friday night with the gin and the juice with the director. Mm-hmm.
One of us has to be the responsible one, Trumpetmonkey. I went to go see myself 303 tonight, guys. If you guys know what 303 is, man.
You don't ever get enough once you get a little touch. If I had it my way, you know that I'd make you say ooh.
Shout out in the comments section, bros. It was a good time. But anyway, okay, so we got some.
Outstanding. Some of us go to rock musical concerts and drink beverages with our friends. And then some of us get excited when they get beast mode on their team, finally.
Oh, finally, Trumpetmonkey. Yeah, we had a Series 3 drop this morning. And it came with a lot of fun little goodies, especially Marshawn Lynch finally being able to get his Raiders chem on the Trumpetmonkey squad. So I'm sure we'll take a look at what that beast mode looks like on your team, Trumpetmonkey, and take a look at all the boosts with the Raiders team there. But all right, guys, we're gonna jump into our weekly content and then get into the Series 3. You know what? Why am I saying Trumpetmonkey? What can we expect this week? I'm MUT Force.
Tonight on MUT Force with director and Trumpetmonkey, we look at all of the weekly content. We break down Series 3. Beast Mode is here, and we speculate on Madden Harvest.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MUT Force. All right, so we have a couple of things we wanted to go over before we jumped into the weekly content. You should really be hosting this episode, Trumpetmonkey, because I can't even see the buttons on the screen for the there he is. There's Trumpetmonkey. Okay, so we got some viewer clips we want to show off here. And this is coming in from a couple of the viewers here on Twitter. If you guys want to shout or show your clips on Madden, be it big pack opening or a fire play or even a fumbly bumbly play, go ahead and upload that on Twitter and tag either or both me and Trumpetmonkey. Let's get into it, guys. Let's jump into our top 3 plays of the week. This one's coming in from It's a Blitz.
Kick return. Cut to the left. Oh, the spin. The hurdle.
Oh!
And he's gone.
I think the hurdle is definitely what caught my attention on that clip, Trumpetmonkey. That was pretty savage.
Cool. Jets. Jets. Come on.
JJ,
the only thing I'm disappointed with is, like, if you celebrate there with Tyreek Hill, you get the deuces.
Oh, that's right.
You get the jet.
All right, okay, so let's go with this next clip then. This one's coming in from Rafael Galvez.
Rafael Galvez.
All right,
Rafael, what do you got, man? What do you got? There's LT giving a salute. Here we go.
Kick
all right,
return.
Punt return,
yeah.
Punt return.
Sanders coming to return. He's going to cut left.
Oh, he's going left. He's kicking it out left. Spinning backwards. Oh, no, he's running backward. Now he's got it out.
Beautiful block from 50. And Primetime takes it all the way back for a touchdown. What's sick about that is that he spun the wrong way.
That's what I'm saying. He spun the wrong way. He's running backwards. Whenever I do that, I end up getting tackled for a loss. But what I also want to point out is, guys, this right here is against the CPU. It's a solo, probably a solo or a solo battle right there. Now, guys, we love our online players, our head-to-head players, as well as our solo players. So whatever you've got, if it's an awesome clip, send it in.
Speaking of awesome clip, here
this
comes
one,
another one.
this right here from Randy.
All right, Randy, here we go.
7. 2 big plays in 6.
Oh, hot. He's on defenses, Randy. From the 2. What's he got here? What's he got? He's rolling out. That's always scary. Massive hit. Fumble recovery. Oh, he stays in bounds. He's gone.
Ryan Shazier, literally inches away from the sideline, is able to pick that sucker up and dance it backwards into the end zone.
Did he just shush?
Woo!
I've never seen that celebration before. Did he just shush? That's unreal. Oh, and there's the quit.
There we go.
I love it when the clip gets the rage quit in there as well. We've
Little
all been there.
cherry on top. Little cherry on top. That was pretty nasty. That was nice. I like that. So out of the top 3 clips of this week, I probably got to give it to that. The Tyreek Hill return was really nice, but that was pretty cool. He was able to stay in bounds within inches, take it all the way back for the touchdown. Some defensive plays this week on MUT Force. All right, Trumpetmonkey, what do you say? We got some stuff to talk about this week for the weekly content for Madden Ultimate. Let's jump into the weekly content segment of MUT Force.
Doing great, Director. You're doing great.
It's like riding a bike with blindfold. You don't forget. You never forget. All right, boys.
The old blindfolded bike. We've all been there.
We've all been there. Okay, so Series 3, we'll go over that here in just a minute. Let's go over the weekly content, starting with Roger Saffold III, coming in at 283,000 coins, left guard at 92 overall. What do you see in a
the first thing I see here is that's not Roger Saffold in that photo, right? That's your boy McClendon from the Jets.
That's hilarious. I was sitting here, maybe I'm
Roger
just
Saffold
drunk enough
can,
to
literally
see
get away with crimes
Jet.
right now. But okay, interesting because remember he was a Gauntlet 89 overall card. Nice, but what I don't like about this is that his lead block is 78, and if I were to put red cams, when I do finally put red cams on my O-line, I'm going to use the gut fox method, which is secure a pass protector for your tackles, lead the way on your guards, identified for your center. Okay? And you can't put lead the way because it's a 90 minimum on lead block. So, yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this card. Other than that, like a really solid card. And like decent enough speed. That's what's kind of disappointing about that. With 62 speed is okay for a guard.
I was gonna say that. Like, it's disappointing to see the lead block so bad when the speed is actually not too bad too. And then you take a look at his other stats. Run block is fantastic. Pass block is pretty good too. Like, he's a really good guard. It's just, again, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, Trumpetmonkey. The 78 lead block is just is too low. It's just too low. It'd be really nice to have lead the way on both the guards there. But you know what? At 200,000, almost 300,000 coins, seems a little bit pricey. I would probably stick with the 89. What do you say?
And we're saying it more and more these days. We're going to say it about 15 more times this show. Maybe we should get like a tracker theme team, Rams theme team.
Oh,
bam.
yeah.
Better.
We'll go over a little bit more on theme teams here in a minute, too, guys. You guys saw what I did this week. I didn't have to say it. All right. Next up, we got veteran Glover Quinn. Quinn is an interesting card because a lot of us had the opportunity to use him at the beginning of the year because he was one of the pre-order, cards that you got to start off the season. And he's good. He's just always been a little bit slow. He's 135K right now. But he comes in at 86 speed, which honestly I don't think is too bad. What do you see in a Glover Quinn card, Trumpetmonkey?
Yeah, it's not terrible. If you're a Lions fan and you're getting you easily enough get +1 speed there. What I don't know is whether or not you can put the physical trait on this guy. I don't believe you can, which means that really he's going to be capped at 87 speed, okay? Unless you get Coach Madden, which is another +1 speed. So what you're really looking at here is just maybe a little bit too slow for the game this year. I think speed is the most important stat at safety. I think once you get past the 90 thresholds for zone and man, or zone in particular, you're going to see the same result in terms of breaking on the ball as just about everybody. But that speed is crucial, and that's what's lacking here. And that's why this card is a little bit buns. To start the week here.
I'll tell you
A little
what, though,
bit. The
guys.
heavyweight and the veteran.
If Glover Quinn was a Charger, I would totally do it because we need a free safety so bad. So you could be in a worse position as Lions fans because plus 3, maybe 4 speed would be nice in there. But I think that's pretty exclusive to what I would put him on a team for is if it was a Lions themed team. Other than that, I think it's an easy pass for me. All right, let's go into the flashbacks. Nigel Bradham.
Nice.
Now, if I remember correctly, Nigel Bradham was actually a really good 3-4 linebacker. Is that right? 4-3, I'm sorry. Yeah, 4-3 linebacker, 97 MUT head rating, 85 speed, which is really good. What's his zone at? Zone coverage of 87.
Yeah.
Trumpetmonkey.
This
So
is a
this is a
coverage
set and
linebacker.
forget card. Coverage linebacker.
Yeah, this is a coverage linebacker. You put lockdown on this guy, okay, and you got Coach Madden and whammo. You got him up to frickin' and this tier Coach Madden as well, the latest one. You'll have him up to 83 man, 91 zone. Really, really nice card. So yeah, this is a coverage linebacker card right here, and it's an awesome one.
Does he happen to have a power up? This guy, he does, man. Nigel Bradham does have a power up.
This is a great card. This is a great card. Like if I didn't really love Kev Green, like this would be the card I'd probably be getting.
Well, I actually run 4-3, and I think this is the first card to come out to rival like a Miles Jack. So especially Eagles fans, obviously, but anybody really running 4-3, this is probably one of the biggest guys to get right now. He's probably now. I think he is the best 4-3 linebacker.
You know what's awesome? You know what's awesome? He's big. He's fast. He's got great coverage stats. He's also got like decent enough pass rush stats. And with that speed, he's going to get in on your blitz packages as well. And again, this is the thing I love about MUT this year. It's his weekly content, these weekly options coming out, okay? Even the God Squad builders, not everybody's going to have this card because there's so many options. 261K for arguably one of the best left outside linebacker coverage linebacker in the game is really, really fair. Yeah. It's a great price.
Yeah, no, that's really, really good, especially considering there's a lot of cards right now going for like 500-600K. This is probably one of the best ones that you can get.
99 coverage. Come on. Oh, my God.
Very, very, very good. They're not the best hands in the world, so he's not going to get many interceptions, but he's not a bad card at all. So I'd highly recommend Nigel Bradham. He's going to get the job done in 4-3. All right, guys. Next up, we've got Team of the Week content. Team of the Week starting to kind of have its reemergence. The Phoenix rising from the ashes a little bit. It's not quite there, but it's starting to repair itself as far as a reputation of a promo in the community just a little bit. So let's start with Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle for the Saints. Does he have a power up? I don't think he does. He does not. No. But take a look at his overall stats.
He was a rising star. He was your rising star, if you remember, the first one that we really liked.
That's right.
Listen, he's a solid defensive tackle. He really, really is. And again, it's a position that we're kind of spoiled at a little bit this year with Vita Vea, in particular being such a good option. You can get like Atkins and Gerald McCoy, Team Diamond, super cheap as well, both of them under 200. So like we're really, really spoiled at this position. Theme team, Saints theme team, so happy right now. You have a decision to make though, because you might want to stick with his rising star and the +6 chem, but hopefully he's going to be getting a power up soon enough as well. You would hope so.
Yeah, I think most of these rising stars should definitely get a power up because you're not going to want to take that investment of it probably is between like 100 and 150,000 coins for those 87, 88s right now. So if you have Sheldon Rankins already, pass on this card. He's much more valuable as far as the chems that he brings to the table. Rather than the the +3 overall boost. So this is a good card if you don't already have him. He's not bad, but again, I see a Vita Vea in the future, very near future. I'm guessing mid of December.
There shall be a Vita Vea. I can feel it in my loins.
Do the loins say that it might be 92 to 94? Trumpetmonkey, what are the loins saying overall wise?
The loins are telling me 93.
93 overall Vita Vea. I can agree with it. And Vita Vea is so good that I think 93 is almost going to break the game with that card. Next up, we got Trumpetmonkey. I remember like a decade ago being so excited to draft Adrian Peterson in fantasy football. I remember watching him with the Vikings for a very long time. I cannot believe the man is still pumping out Team of the Week cards and these kind of stats. Like, the man is invincible. He's immortal. What do you see, Trump? I mean, what?
Oh, wait.
He's
First
a legacy.
of all, what do I see? Is anyone, if you haven't watched the real life highlights of this game, go to NFL.com, pull them up, watch the crazy run that he has. Where I swear to God, he really does. Like, he's looking, when he's running, he's looking his age. I don't know how else to say it. He does look like an elderly gentleman out there running, but my God, an unstoppable elderly gentleman. Like, seriously, like honestly, it's like the Expendables or something. You know what I mean? Like, they're still action heroes, but they're really old-looking action heroes, but they're still awesome action heroes. And as you said, there's the nostalgia. Every time you see AP, like, smack some dude and run through him, you're thinking of, like, AP-AD. Oh, my God. It's a really, really nice card. What I really, really, really hope is, though, for the Vikings fans out there, and remember, the Saints as well, and now the Redskins, I guess you're happy because you got this Redskins card, but for the Saints and the Vikings fan, it's a power-up card for AP-AD. That'd be really awesome.
Let's jump on that subject just for a second, John. We have the time right now, right? I think power-ups need a bit of a step up as far as the content in the game, because there's a lot of different players and a lot of different teams that could use certain positions, just more options, and you could provide that with more power-up players. Like, for instance, if we jump over to let's just for a moment. Let's go over to the director's theme team, the Chargers theme team. The team's looking pretty nasty, right? It's really not that bad. 87 overall, all Chargers, but we have like a couple of positions that really need some help, and the biggest one being free safety. I think players like Eric Weddle, they're still in the game. They've been a great player for so long. They need power-up cards, and AP is of he needs to be included in that conversation as well. So I'm hoping in the near future that they figure something out where it's like it's pretty standard for most players, especially well-established names, to have that power-up card pretty much from the beginning. I'm thinking Madden 20, we're going to see that. I think it's going to be so...
Completely agree.
Yeah, I think it's going to be almost every card going to have a power-up. But right now, there are definitely lots and lots and lots of cards. I think as weekly content, we should see 4 to 5 cards a week get additions. For power-ups. Yeah, get added to the game.
Let's see what they do. The first thing to remember is, and it's commendable, EA have been bringing out more power-ups. I am right there with you. What you've got to do if you are a live service company, and if your live service also happens to be a video game, is you need to really, really listen to the community. You need to really, really put your finger on the pulse and connect it to some commercial goals as well. That's fine. And you need to go, wow, every man and their dog playing MUT wants every card in the game to be power up.
Yep.
How can we maximize this for them and for us? That's what you need to be thinking. And honestly, there's a lot smarter people than you and I working in EA. Okay, so hopefully they're already conjuring up a plan. But it's really, really simple. I agree with you. I think every card in the game ultimately should have a power up version with it, and therefore, and also a cap. So from day one, with the training points, which cost coin, you can take all of your silvers, for example, up to an 80 overall. But then, Series 2 comes out, and they can go to 83. Series 3 comes out, they can go to 86. Keep increasing it in increments all the way up to the end of the year, so that at the end of the year, you can hypothetically have every single player in your team with your team chem at 99 overall. That has to be the goal. And my God, commercially, they can hit it out of the park as well, with literally a weekly power-up drop of content and packs to go with it, with training points available in packs, and oh, come on, they can have the pack bars, dollar bills.
I think I would happily see the end of Rising Stars in transition for that. I think it's just so much more important to a lot of different people and a lot of different teams to start. Because you're right, like at the beginning of the season, there's always going to be that underdog player that is probably not going to get very many upgrades, and it would be really nice to be able to take them to that level, especially since it's been established in versions of the game like career mode. Where you can take pretty much anybody. If you're willing to put the time into it, you can turn them into a superstar, and that's kind of the story of being in the NFL. You start from nowhere, and you have to really earn your spot and build yourself up from there. And I think that would be an incredible addition to Ultimate Team, where you can literally take anybody with enough coin and power up and all that kind of stuff and turn him into somebody that people don't expect, because we all come into the game expecting the same teams, right? What a way to make it diverse, you know?
Dude, real life example. Stayed up till 5 a.m. watching my Raiders get spanked by a complete no-name quarterback called Mullins from San Francisco.
There you go.
If you are a San Francisco fan, why can't... And Mullins went out there and played like a 90 overall. Why can't you power up Mullins to a 90 overall, spend an exuberant amount of training points? It's going to cost you. You're going to feel it in your pocket. But if you love that card, you love that team, and you got the training points and you want to spend them, the option has to be there, and it can be win-win. It can be win for the community, and it can be win for EA. Hopefully they're listening. Hopefully they get it done. Let's move on.
John Gruden power-up card confirmed, Trumpetmonkey. All right. One more thing. One more question I want to ask you, Trumpetmonkey. If you could choose one player from the Raiders that you could take from nobody and make into a somebody, who would that be?
Oh, really? Okay, right now? Jeez.
I know. It's been a big question.
No, I know. Who would I really, really want to power up? He had a little bit of I mean, for me it's probably defensive tackle, because that's a big area of need in MUT right now.
Maurice Hurst?
So probably like a Frosty Rocker. Oh my God. Frosty's playing well. Hurst is playing well, the rookie. That'd be pretty cool. That might be like who I kind of look for there. Gary and Conley. God, it's hard to pick just one. It really is. I like Eric Harris though. Eric Harris is just kind of an unknown free safety. He did get burned really badly on Kittle's long run. Oh my God!
The entire Raiders organization got burned badly on Thursday, man. If I had to choose one card, it'd be this man right here, Mike Williams. I'm just such a huge fan of those big, tall receivers, you know, and I don't feel like Williams could have a good season, but there's so many options for the Chargers that it doesn't feel like he's ever gonna get the love that would make him viable on my team. So I think hopefully, Trumpetmonkey, that we stumble onto a Madden in the near future that you can take anybody and make him into a somebody. But there you go. There's our little spiel on power-ups, guys. So Adrian Peterson, the ageless wonder, got himself a card. Let's move on to the master, Darius Leonard. All right, this is very well deserved, and this is where I want Team of the Week to be, guys, because Darius Leonard isn't your normal Madden card. Like, he's not the normal Madden name or personality, but he got himself a really nice card. Now, that's what I want to see. I want to see more, up and rising stars in the NFL get love like this. 93 overall Darius Leonard. Like, that's pretty nasty. What do you see in this card, Trumpetmonkey?
Man, this card is awesome. It really is, and I'm super happy for Colts fans. Man, the Raiders need a linebacker to come along. This is a generational talent, without a doubt. Like, leading the NFL in tackles in your rookie year and bowling out. Not just because normally when you hear about a player in real life leading the league in tackles, it's because their defense sucks. He's actually I watched the Colts play the Raiders, and this guy was everywhere, doing everything. He's awesome. It's a really well-deserved epic card. What an upgrade! Holy crap! From an 81 to a 93, I think. If we scroll down there, the last card was an 81.
He got a football outsiders card in an 88.
Football outsider. My apologies. When did the football outside? I didn't even see the football outsider come out. But yeah, I just remember his team of the week 80. Well, that's really solid. So you start off a 74, you go to an 80, an 88, then a 93. Again, what I like about this dude right here is that he can pass rush and cover. It's a great card.
Well, man. I mean, take a look at his Mudhead ratings, Trumpetmonkey. You got a 3.4, he's a 95, and at a 4.3, he's a 96. He's really he's great in both packages. Like, there's really no reason why you can't roster this guy in any team.
Awesome.
Very, very good master this week, guys. 85 speed, the 82 zone, 85 finesse. Like, he's probably one of the best all-purpose linebackers you could find in the game right now. So huge congratulations to you Colts fans. That's a very fine addition to the team. All right, guys, next up we have another Colt linebacker, this time with rising stars. I mean, guys, if you guys are lacking a linebacker, you guys got yourself a nice little stack to the defense for
this is the week of the linebacker director. Come on, man. Darius Leonard, Nigel Bradham, Anthony Walker.
It's the week of the linebacker, yeah.
Instant plug-and-play linebacker. Yeah, power him up there. Look at that, man. Great card. 83 speed. Come on. Really, really nice card, man.
90 pursuit, 85 play rec, 86 tag. Like, this is a really good card, guy. And like, especially at middle linebacker where you have 4 slots that you can use. Because that's something that I noticed when building my theme team. Let's go to the wide right here. Is that you've got so much depth at that position. You could really take Anthony Walker and put him at like middle linebacker 4. Just use him for the stats. And he has his place on everybody's team. So every week, guys, I'm looking for that rising star that like really could potentially be an addition without hurting any like starting positions, right? Yeah. And if you put him in at like a depth position like defensive tackle, cornerback, and in this case middle linebacker, and just put him all the way at the bottom because you're not going to need that player all year, but you're going to want those chems. This is another example of that. So if you guys are looking for a rising star that could help you with your chemistry boosts without hurting your starters, like this is a good one. I would definitely invest in this one if you're looking for any rising star. This is a really good opportunity to get in on the rising star program.
Absolutely. And what's beautiful about this one is that with the dual stats right there, like on my team, I'd give him lockdown and pass rush.
Yep.
So he'd get maxed out in both lockdown and pass rush, +3 to everything important on both of those categories. And all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure he'd be a 90 overall in my team. I might be adding him as well.
I would suggest Trumpetmonkey. I'm starting to like, now that teams really need those extra chemistries.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get sweet.
I'm leaning towards the rising stars. Yeah. I am. I'm leaning towards them as well.
Yeah, I think they're finally at that place where we can start adding him. Speaking of which, we got D.D. Westbrook coming up next. Let's go ahead and upgrade him as well, see what he looks like all the way cammed up.
Bad.
As far as I remember, especially because I see a lot of Jags teams. Jags teams are pretty common because you've got so much firepower on defense. I remember liking this card quite a bit, actually, especially on Jags theme teams. 90 speed, 90 catch, 92 agility, 92 stiff arm, I think, strength. Really nice card, guys. Like it's as far as like a rising star card, like if I didn't have a Chargers theme team, I'd actually legitimately think about this because you can use him at a 4 or 5. He comes out in 5 wide. He's actually really nice at that position. You can actually use a D.D. Westbrook on your team.
Yeah. He's solid, man. I mean, like he's bowling out in real life. Solid card. Happy for the Jags theme team. And again, +6 chems. What's not to like?
Yeah,
pretty affordable.
This week of Rising Stars, actually, like for a program that I haven't really been impressed by all season, this week was particularly good. So you guys go pick yourself up a Walker and a Westbrook, and I think you'll be pretty happy. All right, let's move on to the primetime performers of the week. We got Jordan Reed coming in, 93 overall, currently 670,000 coins. Trumpetmonkey, that's a pretty high price, but do you think that he might be worth it in this situation?
Honestly, for me, no. I'm happy. I tell you, the tight end that is playing the most football for me because of the package that I bring him in on is Kittle with that 88 speed, especially in head-to-head play. Okay. In terms of high points, Jimmy Graham, who I got for free from grinding the MUT monsters, right? So yeah. I mean, I'm not overly sold on a very pricey tight end who won't make a huge difference in gameplay for me. But if you're a Redskins fan, you're really, really happy. If you're a God Squad YouTuber or streamer, then you're really, really happy. But right now, I'm good. It's a hard pass for me. I just think there's other options out there. There's your Kellen Winslows. There's your Hunter Henrys. You know,
I was gonna say that, man, because like we got 670,000 coins is pretty steep. If you're a Redskins fan, obviously that's fine. But I'm going to show you guys maybe my recommendation if you're going to be spending that kind of coin at the tight end position. Take a look at this Kellen Winslow coming in at 89 speed, 96 catch, 93 catch in traffic, 94 short, 90 medium. Like this is a really, really, really nice tight end. All right, he's 86 speed stock. Obviously, this is with the Chargers theme team chems on top of it. But like, if you chem these guys up the right way, I'll tell you what, I often sub Kellen Winslow in at wide receiver a lot. And he's really, really good at 6'5", okay? You got to take that into account, too, that Jordan Reed is only 6'2", and Kellen Winslow at 6'5" is going to be making a lot more plays. So if you're going to be spending that kind of coin, I would suggest going with a different name that maybe has better height, okay? And that's just from my personal opinion. But Jordan Reed, again, not a bad card, but I think there's better options as far as the price. As he removes the animals from the screen.
going ape.
Next up, we got Chris Harris Jr. We had this conversation off stream. We were still talking about, like, is Chris Harris a 3 or 4 year player? This guy's been in the league since what, 2011?
2011.
Ridiculous. I've always thought of him as a young guy, but he's definitely a veteran, and he's doing very, very well, and he's had a really good career so far and continues to stack on top of that. But the man is coming in at 1 million coins just about.
This is insane. You can literally build 90 overall Deion Sanders, who's awesome, for like 120K.
Yeah, again, this program's starting to lean towards the God squads. It's always really has been, but like this card is kind of an unnecessary, and it's just in my opinion. Like 89 speed is good, it's not bad, but
you know what's weird? We're about to get to the Series 3 content. There's a free card coming up that's better than this.
I have to agree with you there, Trumpetmonkey, because I mean, this guy's 5'10", okay? 5'10", not bad, but if you're going to be spending 1 million coins, I'd want somebody in the 6 foot and plus range, because they're going to make more plays than 5'10".
Let's just listen. This is all we have to say about this card. And not just because he's a Bronco. I'm super happy. El Hombre's a Broncos fan. I'm happy for the Broncos fans out there. Let me put it this way, okay? Let me put it this way. You've got yourself a million coin in game, right? You can either buy yourself a Chris Harris Jr., a Megatron, or a Mean Joe Green.
I would go with Mean Joe, honestly.
Right?
Like, out of those three, I'd go Mean Joe Green.
Like there for this amount of coin, this exuberant amount of coin, you can do better, I think.
Well, I think it really comes down to the position itself, because cornerback right now, there's so many really good options that are very price friendly. And Chris Harris Jr. is just, he doesn't really scream at me as a must have. Last year he was, because of the thresholds. This year, not so much. So maybe that's just a bleeding over from Madden 18 a little bit.
But to leave it a positive note, happy for the Broncos fans. And Chris Harris Jr. does have the MUT Force factor. It's a card that plays well, but this year, literally so many options at cornerback and so many options at tight end. The primetime performers were a bit buns this week. That's all.
Yeah, not a super big fan, but it doesn't have to be a knockout of the park every single week. So, all right, John, next up, before we move into Series 3 content, we do have Football Outsiders making another appearance this Sunday. It feels like just yesterday we were recording the episode for the last Football Outsiders. The football season is just kind of flying by too quickly. David Moore, wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. A lot of these names, again, I love these promos because it's the unnamed guys that are seeing a little bit of love in MUT. All right, so David Moore, wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. We're also going to get halfback Marlon Mack.
Say something as a Seahawks fan, and he's in my fantasy team, both of them, both my fantasy teams. Not that it's helping me much. That guy right there, David Moore, is going to be a household name. Like, trust me, he is going to be more than likely the top receiver for the Seahawks for definitely this year anyway in terms of receiving touchdowns. So
we're only halfway through the season, Trumpetmonkey. Do you think Doug Baldwin has been pushed out?
I think Dougie's gone. I do. Angry Doug Baldwin. I mean, if they make a playoff run, they're going to need him. But this cat right here is getting the lion's share, okay, and he is absolutely killing it. So I'm really curious to see the speed on this car because he's big and he's fast. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, we'll see all of the stats on Sunday, but I'm interested in seeing these two because, again, guys, theme teams, you want these players. That's really nice for the Seattle Seahawks, especially since they're kind of lacking at wide receiver right now. Next, we got Marlon Mack. Mack attack.
Nice option. What a week for Colts fans.
It's been good, man. You got yourself a running back now, too. The guy's really nasty, dudes. I have to suspect he's going to be somewhere in the 89-plus speed range. He's really, really good. And he's a really good third down back, too. 3-down back. He's going to be able to...
And I heard John Gruden actually tried to trade Marlon Mack away as well on behalf of the Colts, but it didn't happen. So there we go.
All Macks aren't safe from the trade block with Gruden in the league, guys. But there you go. 87, Marlon Mack, another Colt to add to the squad there. O.J. Howard, which I'm really interested in seeing the speed on because his 87 or 86 he already had 86 speed, something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So O.J. Howard's probably going to come out probably 88, 89 speed. Very nice tight end to add. Honestly, guys, if I were looking at this card, being patient and waiting for it, or I was looking for Jordan Reed, I'd probably look in O.J. Howard's direction first.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I think this OJ Howard card will hopefully not be too expensive. He's going to be really fast and a pretty decent run blocker as well.
Mm-hmm.
This cat right here may very well find himself in the Trumpetmonkey squad. I got to see the speed, though. It's hard to dethrone Kittle with 88 speed. Kittle, the fastest tight end in the game without any chems. Pretty nice. So we got to wait and see.
And lastly, we got one more to reveal here. Come on, there we go. We got Philip Rivers finally making an appearance on MUT Force.
No.
Can I just say one thing, Trumpetmonkey? Why do they always choose the most unflattering facial expressions for Philip Rivers and all of his card art? Like, he looks like he just put his face in, like, blue cheese or something and took a good snort, man. That's...
I feel like he's pooping.
Well, we could just go straight to the poop jokes, but it's like it looks like he just sniffed something bad. But Philip Rivers,
can we recut in? Can we recut in Randy Marshall?
now,
Definitely Philip Rivers pooping card right here, mate. What are you gonna do? You
it's
always
a tough
wanted to put
situation.
Rivers-
Because, okay, so I was talking about this off stream with you. I was talking about, like, not everybody remembers that Drew Brees was a Charger to start his career, right? But Drew Brees is definitely the better option for an all-Chargers theme team. Philip Rivers, like, he's going to have really good passing stats, probably the best play action in the game, even at 91. But, like, he's not as good as Brees. It kills me to say that right now, but he might actually still make my roster as a backup, and I'll probably swap him in and out just because I want to see 17 on the field. I want to see Philip Rivers and his cheese-sniffing face on the field making some plays, man. So I think Philip Rivers will be good. Obviously better on Chargers theme team, so we'll definitely give him a shot, but not bad. A good quarterback, good pocket passer.
I want to see, can you get him up to the 99 passing? The 90 pass accuracy deep as well. I want to see what the thresholds are, how close he gets with this card. I'm super pumped for you, man. I can't wait to see the card and how high he can go.
I think he'd be really... The one thing I can tell you is that Philip Rivers isn't known for his arm strength, so it's probably not going to have the best throw power.
Which is unfair, because he can sling it.
Back in the day of Vincent Jackson and Malcolm Floyd, man, like, he was known as the deep threat, man, but it's just, it's not in the cards right now at this point in MUT, but we'll see. And Philip Rivers, he's going to make an appearance on the team. We'll see how far we can get him as far as the chems. But there you go, guys. Football Outsiders, you can expect that on Sunday. Take a look at a couple of them. I would highly recommend, if you look at any of those cards, look in the direction of OJ Howard. I think he's going to be the one card to really go after in that promo there, okay, for that, at least for that week. All right, Trumpetmonkey, it is time to get into Season 3 content. Now, Season 3 has had some mixed reviews. All right?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and start with the Masters. Alshon Jeffrey, we do have the stats here to look at now. 87 speed, which established is a bit slow, but you
has
can
a
definitely
power
power
up,
him
though.
up.
Has a power up.
He does have a power-up now that was released with Season 3. So you can get that up to an 88, and then with a theme team, you can get him up into the 90s.
You put Sprinter on him, you got 89 speed. Put Eagles on him, you got 90 speed, and that is viable, in my opinion. 90 speed's okay, but great stats, man.
He does have really good stats. Now, what we expected out of an Alshon Jeffrey, obviously he's 6'3". He's going to be a really nice, tall receiver, red zone kind of receiver. 91 catch, which is great. 93 in traffic, which is great. 94 spec, which is great. The one thing that really caught my eye about this card was the 65 run block, which is really good at wide receiver. So, honestly...
77 strength. Look at the strength as well, man. This guy is going to be fantastic at sealing the edge on run plays. And I have a theory that the most important stat for catching traffic this year is a combination of catching traffic and strength. That is just my humble opinion. And, of course, a coin toss. Random number generator. Is your guy going to make that catch? But right here, man, Philadelphia Eagles theme teams, wow. If you're running a Philly theme team, this is a bona fide number one wide receiver. And you need to be putting Sprinter on him. You need to be giving him as much speed as possible. And then you coach Madden, he'd have 91 speed.
Wow. As somebody who's currently running with Howard up, Keenan Allen, I can tell you that just in an Eagles theme team, his speed will be fine. His speed will be more than fine. So Alshon Jeffrey, honestly, a really good master, but you have to put a little bit of work into him to make him work in your lineup. But really not that bad. Great run blocker, great hands. Next up, one that's pretty exciting, at least for a lot of no money spent guys. You got a 91 cornerback that you can acquire from doing the brand new Journey. Now, Trumpetmonkey, I need to tell you something though before we start like praising this card. All right, I was reading on Mudhead just before we started filming, and there's a thread on there that says Journey, the Joyride Journey, the new Journey, took 11 hours. that seems a bit steep as far as time commitment. So the gut fox always likes to say, if you're putting time into solos, you can't necessarily call it free. In this case, I really do have to agree with that. But with the quad XP that they're doing this weekend, you're probably going to be wanting to do those solos anyway. And to think that you could get this monster pretty much just for doing those solos is not a bad trade-off. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it to you, Trumpetmonkey. What do you see in a Stephon Gilmore?
So I've already told you, in my humble opinion, once we get over the 90 kind of thresholds for corners and or a 90 zone for safeties, that speed becomes king. And for me, it's kind of 88, 89 upwards for safeties, but definitely 90 upwards for corners, okay? And that means, for me, you're just going to see them getting to those balls, maybe not to make picks, but definitely slap them in the air. You get tip drill on a few of your corners, and you can get some glitchy interceptions. This right here, for, as you say, air quotes, free card, because you got to grind it, right, is really, really nice. And for me, just as good, if not better, than the 1 million coin Chris Harris Jr. that we were just speaking about. So Lockdown and Coach Madden on this dude right here, you're going to be looking at 96 man coverage and 94 zone coverage. If you were to get his power up, you got to remember the prices went crazy up for his core elite and for his flashback card. You're going to have to spend only 300 or so training points, which is great. That's nothing. But you're going to have to go ahead and buy yourself the core elite, the flashback card, for around about 180K, 180 to 200K, depending on how brutal the market is, just to get him up to 90 speed. And then I'd be throwing Sprinter on him as well, just to get him to 91 speed. And you've probably got a corner that will do you well for a long, long time, because that's really, comparable to, for me, I run DRC. With 92 speed with the Raiders.
Tangent. Did DRC just recently retire?
He did. No career tribute card. A bit butthurt about that.
That I was actually wondering if he was going to get one.
Adam Vinatieri became the all-time point scorer in NFL history. Yeah. No tribute card.
That is a little bad, because I was thinking, like, he's had such a great career. He needs one.
Card. You're missing a chance to make money, EA.
Yeah.
Put out a bundle.
He would have been great. Like, he's had such a good career. I'm surprised. I actually wasn't sure if he did retire because we didn't see a card. So I mean, hopefully they change their mind and give him a better card later. But I'm sure he'll get more upgrades. But just like, that's that. This card right here, definitely go pick him up, guys. The one thing I really love about Stephon Gilmore that really sets him apart from everybody else, the 84 catching is. He's built to get picks. He's, especially if you got the +1 speed with the power up, he's built to get in the way. You get the zone coverage up just a little bit. Like, he's really a great net card. And this is kind of a throwback to when we got Carson Wentz. Like, he was all around a good quarterback. He wasn't like really glitchy in any aspect, but he was very reliable. I think the same thing of Stephon Gilmore. I think he's really reliable. He's not glitchy anywhere, maybe other than catch, but he's the kind of corner that you can just put on your team, forget about it, and he's not going to cost you any coins. So I think
no money spent. Yeah. And I love Gut Fox, you know that, but I disagree on the time as money thing, because if you're playing Madden and you like it, then you can't necessarily think of playing a video game as spending.
Yeah, for sure. If you're not going in with the mentality of like, I'm doing the solos for Stephon Gilmore, then totally. If you're doing the solos to play the solos, then it's free. If you're doing it for Stephon, 11 hours, man. That's a lot.
I will concede the point that Journey isn't necessarily fun, but yeah.
There you go, guys. There are your masters for this program, but we're not done with Season 3 quite yet, because there's more to talk about. We got to talk about it just a little bit, Trumpetmonkey. It's been a little controversial as far as a brand new season, because it doesn't have an increase on the level, which means no increase to Ricky, which is probably a good thing. I'm thinking that's the reason why they didn't do that, because if Ricky got any more glitchy than he already is
Ricky's
right now,
already glitchy.
Like, it would probably have been a little bit too much. And I just got Melvin Gordon, so it pissed me off. And
we can pull up what they did do for the people who are already at level 60, right? On your machine there, right? We can have a look at the objective list, can't we?
Yes.
Over on Director's Xbox.
Yeah, let's
there
go ahead.
Let's
go ahead and do that because there's a couple other things too that I want to show as far as like sets and stuff. So let's jump over to the objectives for Series 3, and it's cool, but I think I am on the side that I maybe would have preferred the level packs. You know what I mean? Those are probably my favorite part about new series is the new level packs.
Yeah.
You get some pretty nice things out of there. Did I pass it?
No, it's the second to last.
There we go. Series 3 progression. So what's really nice about this is that you got to win, what's the total? With an 88 plus team, which is going to be a problem for my...
75 games you got to win, but then you got to do some, it's 100 games. Then you got to do some daily objectives as well.
All right, so daily objectives, you got to win 100 games, which you kind of want to do anyway because you want to get that new Coach Madden.
Journey.
Yeah.
Journey's 100 games. The one thing, okay.
Oh, it's solos too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, these are solos. So here's what, in a nutshell, here's what I like. They did this. That's what I like. It's a step in the right direction. Here's what I don't like. The training points that you're getting for each of these objectives adds up to 1,100 training points. Okay? That's 60,000 coins. That's bullshit. Okay? And you got to wait. You got to wait to get a full legend pack. You got to wait 2 weeks. That's bullshit. So I love it. And we don't normally get too heated on this show. You know, we love the team over there. We love it. This should have been 4 times as much content or half the time. This should have been like 50 solos, get 1,100 training points. I get why it was 100 because there's 100 games in the journey. I get that. But don't make us wait 2 weeks for this legend. Like for a legend that's you could pull like Ted Hendricks, 120K. So like all told, you're not real. They're like, well, they gave us something. That's good. But it's not great. It's not great. This should have been double. This should have been like quadruple. This should have been 4,400 training points.
Yeah.
Okay. And it should have been like a full limited legend.
Yeah. Yeah, limited legend would have been nice, but it's just, I don't know, man. To me, it feels like, let's go to this one right here. It feels like this. It feels like the MUT Master stats. Like, I'm not sweating to get it done just because it'll happen when it happens. Of course, this you have to do by what? The 14th of December. So you have a time in which you got to complete these to get the full legend. But the rewards, they all seem a little lackluster because the cornerback is nice if you have a no money spent team, but most people are going to have more than enough corners that can fill that spot, right? Yep. The full legend pack, I'm almost positive that it's going to be a bad legend when you pull it. I don't want to complain because a free full legend is nice. It's a guaranteed at least 120, 130 coins, or 1,000 coins. But it feels so like limited. It feels like it could have been way more than it was. It was already kind of a letdown that we didn't get the level increase, and the rewards just don't make up for it. So, in my opinion, the one thing that I'm really looking forward to is Season 3, which we have zero information on right now, is going to come through the sets here. Series 3 trophies. It's going to be this guy right here. And this is basically the reason that I want...
Boom.
I'm a little bit optimistic about Series 3.
See, it's not all doom and gloom. That's the thing. And we're about to get to the power-ups and finish up on the new power-ups as well there. But this is good. Okay, so listen, guys, you got to remember, like they didn't have to raise the level cap. Everyone had an expectation. And it is nice that we got something. And something that you're just going to get 1,100 training points and a free legend for really kind of just doing nothing except playing the solos and doing your daily objectives for the next 2 weeks. It's okay, but it's just not great. So I mean, at least we're getting something, but still, it could have been a hell of a lot better. Were I in charge, it would have been a hell of a lot better. Now, Coach Madden, though, this right here, guys, if you've been upgrading your Coach Madden as the series are going, right, you're gonna now have basically able to max out 2 of his tiers. So I'm going to have maxed out Madden passing and Madden pass defense, or you could just go tier 1 across like all 4 of them. And we're getting a physical chem slot. No one knows what that looks like yet. No one has 100 trophies yet, I don't think, in the community, even if they've just been grinding nonstop since this came out yesterday. You literally would not have enough time even to get trophies So early next week, we're going to start to see what that physical chem does. I think it's going to be able to give you the ability to give sprinter +1 speed if you want it to your whole team. And I'm super curious to see how many training points that costs. I hope it's only 1,000. And I'm super curious then to see, if it does affect the whole team. It should do. Very excited about that. +1 speed to your entire team. Very nice. Very nice.
So the one thing that I'm a little bit I'm worried about is how expensive it's going to be to get that scheme chemistry slot, because it could be nothing. It could be 1,000, which is very much so worth it for +1 speed. But if you take a look at the other chemistries,
it's been 2,000.
What's that?
It's been 2,000 for each slot so far, or each chemistry for Madden, Coach Madden. I think it will remain that, and I could be wrong. This video could age really badly, but I think it will be that because the cumulative cost so far of Coach Madden is pretty crazy.
Yeah, Coach Madden's always been known to be pretty expensive anyway. What I'm predicting, which I hope isn't the case, is that I think it's going to cost upwards of 10,000 to get the scheme chemistry slot for speed, because everyone knows it's going to be used for speed. And you take a look at the physical slot on your cards; those are pretty pricey in comparison to everything else that you need to upgrade on those cards anyway.
Yeah, But can we just put this out there as a really hot tip, guys? When it comes to getting training points and getting a lot of training points, okay? And we're going to show my beast mode and finish the show on the beast mode. But beast mode, to get him up to where I have him, with sprinter, with juke specialist, and to power him all the way up without his primetime card, costs 8,000 training points, okay? Now, to let you know, if Coach Madden ends up being 10,000 training points, don't freak out. What you're going to want to go and do, this is the hot tip of this week's show. What you're going to want to do is go and get yourself 90 overall, okay, left outside linebackers. They're generally the cheapest, okay? The 90 overall, that's not mine, but that's somebody else's. That's beautiful. Let's use that one. The 90 overall left outside linebacker, Ted Hendricks is a great one. There's Justin Houston as well, okay? And also you can find an Alex Smith, 90 overall quarterback for around the 120K mark. Derek Brooks as well, right outside linebacker, 120K. They give you 2,200 training points, okay, for around about 120K. So think, even if you say 125K, what that means is you can get 10,000 training points for 625,000 coins. That, at this stage of the game, that actually isn't a massive hole in your pocket, because if you're getting +1 speed to everybody on your team for 10,000 training points, if it ends up being that crazy, that expensive, it's worth it.
Yeah, that
really,
was going to be,
comparatively speaking,
that was going to be my flip side argument on that too. If it does end up being 10,000 training points, I prefer that than putting it on my players just right now, because if, let's say, Melvin Gordon, I can put the ×2 sprinter on him that he has right now, but let's say in a month or two, he's got a 95 or a 96 card that has ×3 sprinter that I have to go repurchase, and that one would be 4,000 training. That would sting a little bit. With Coach Madden, if you're investing all of that training points into +1 for everybody, no matter what happens, that's a little safer, for the speed than going and putting sprinter on 10 guys that you might actually cut from the team, or that might have to repurchase the sprinter later at a higher level. So I don't know. I think it would be expensive, but I almost think that it would be worth it, and I wouldn't be too upset if it was 10K. I think I would do it. I would do it within a heartbeat. I would like it to be cheaper, but I don't think I'd be too upset if it was 10K.
Yeah. And just remember that hot tip, guys. The 90 overall cards, left outside linebacker, right outside linebacker, quarterback. Use those filters on your auction haul. That's where you get the cheap training points. That's what I use when I'm buying training point in bulk. Buy it in bulk. That's what you do.
I would almost say, Trumpetmonkey, maybe it's a good idea if you guys right now don't have a lot of training. I currently have 6,000 kind of in preparation for all this. If you don't have a lot of training, I maybe would go do that now before people figure out how much this stuff costs. Because if +1 sprint or +1 speed on everybody all of a sudden is 10,000 training, I have a suspicion that it might raise the price for training points, at least for a while, because everyone's going to want to do it. And the consequence of that is that that training points might go up. So maybe to be on the safe side, go get some training now before it kind of breaks out.
Pay close attention to the community. See who gets Coach Madden's physical slot first out there. I'm going to be grinding for it. I'm going to be looking to get it early next week if I can. Pay really close attention to the community, though, guys.
I think I heard that you guys know the Madden YouTuber Actual CC. Anyway, I heard that he was on like a crazy grind to get it done, like one of the first ones, so he can have a video on out very soon. So go check him out on YouTube, Actual CC. Search that, Actual CC with Madden in there. You'll be able to find him. I think he'll be one of the first guys to get it done. So make sure that as soon as we all know, to be on top of it, because it could save you a lot of coin in the end. If you get in there before prices rise. So, all right, Drunkenmonkey, let's take a look at this Marshall Lynch. Did you happen to post yours to Twitter?
I did. It's there.
Because you have Sprinter on yours too, right?
It's a little bit.
There we go. All right. So we got Marshawn Lynch added to the team. Now, I know he's no Ricky Williams. He's not Ricky Williams, but he's a pretty damn good card, especially as a fan of Marshawn Lynch. But just gush a little bit over that, Trumpetmonkey. You like
man, I'm happy. I'm happy he's finally in the squad. Like I said, this ended up costing me to get all of him done, to get beast mode like completely there, just around 500K, which I'm happy with, because he's going to be my backup running back for a long, long time. And when I'm closing out games and just chewing out the clock and running in head-to-head, he'll be coming in, give Ricky a rest for the next game. So he's going to be my backup without a doubt, right? Because my Ricky Williams now has like 92 speed, soon to be 93 speed, but 91 speed, and with Coach Madden 92 speed on beast mode is really, really nice. As you can see, I put Sprinter and Juke Specialist on him right there. That is a snazzy card. He's in the squad. Finally, beast mode is home. That's what's up. There we go.
Well, as long as we're throwing around upgraded thematic running backs, we'll take a quick little peek at this Melvin.
Oh my word!
This is why I'm excited, man. Just think for a minute that we get the +1 speed with John Madden tomorrow, right? If I'm able to grind this out, let's say over the weekend and get the 100 tokens. Melvin Gordon have 96 speed right off the bat, and I don't even have Sprinter on him yet, which I think at that point I would invest on. So we could be looking at 97 speed probably by next week.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
Amazing.
All right, guys. I think that's proof enough that if you don't have a theme team at the moment, you've been thinking about it. I'll tell you what, I've had a lot of fun with the Chargers theme team. Sure, they're not the biggest, most like incredible God squads, but like people don't expect Keenan Allen to get open at all because he's so slow, but with the speed he does. People don't expect Melvin Gordon to be as fast as he is especially when he gets into space. They don't expect him to be as fast as he is. Like it's a pretty fun way to play Madden. So I would highly recommend that. Trumpetmonkey, is there anything else that we had slated up for today? I think that's it, right?
Beast Mode power-up came out. A few other power-ups came out as well. You can check them out on Mudhead.
Yeah.
They dropped those with Series 3. And the final thing we wanted to say is, guys, like, Madden Harvest.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so first off, Mutt Guru, give us Eric Weddle. We need a free safety so bad for the Chargers. Give us an Eric Weddle power-up, and the director will stop complaining. Next up, we did want to, like, lightly touch on what we can expect with the Madden Harvest promo that we could be seeing here in the next couple of weeks. We will be seeing, actually. I think it's going to be closer to the 19th-ish, somewhere around there. So I would expect not next week, but the week after that. And until then, it's going to be a little bit dry. But last season with the Harvest, we did get a Michael Irvin that you could do through solos, and then you could upgrade him, but it did cost coin, okay? But he was a pretty good card. For a long time, he was a great card. Like, he was almost like market-breaking good, because he was cheap to acquire, and he was very, very good.
That was a fantastic wide receiver. Fantastic.
For a long time.
If we get something like that free again, wow.
Yeah. I suspect that we might. The other big thing that I really liked about this promo is that, and I suspect they'll do it again, they're going to have like 4 or 5 players that you can pretty much wager some chips on. So if on the holiday we're gonna have our Thanksgiving Day games like we do every single year, and they're gonna have cards come out featuring players from the teams that are competing on Thanksgiving. If you think, for instance, Jarvis Landry last year, if you think that he was gonna have a really good day, and they would set a bunch of objectives that he would have to hit in real life, if he was able to hit those objectives, I think he got an upgrade all the way up to like a 93 if he accomplished those objectives. So if you thought Jarvis Landry was going to get 10 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown or something like that, and you wanted a wager on it, you could. And if he hit that, you got the upgrade. And I think there was 2 or 3 upgrades. They went from like an 89 to 90 and then 91 to like 93 or something like that. So it's a cool promo. You can expect to see stuff like that. Jalen Ramsey got a card, Lane Johnson. So I really like Madden Harvest. Now, I said before earlier in the year that I love Most Feared thematically. I love Madden Harvest because there's some good cards. There's some good cards every year. So get ready for Madden Harvest. Is there much you can do right now in preparation, Trumpetmonkey? I don't think so.
Not necessarily. I think no one has to sell their team, director.
No, this isn't a promo to sell your team for. No, not at all.
So I think just wait and see. If anyone doesn't know, make sure you're watching, or even just have it on like open, a tab permanently open at home. The EA Madden Daily Drop stream. Because you're getting Twitch packs every time you watch that, okay? Yeah. And obviously they're dropping all types of kind of up-to-the-minute info. MUT Leaks is now completely a thing of the past because the Ultimate Team guys in EA are actually bringing out the content really early and letting us know early. So like just keep watching those streams. I expect this promo, Friday, November 16th.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. So guys, just get ready for that. Just know that there's going to be some more cards coming into the game. As much as preparation, just sit and wait for it. We might be able to get a nice free card out of it, but it really just comes down to that.
So finally, director, Legends! We don't know who the limited is, but we finally got our wish. We got a right tackle legend.
Yes, sir, we did. Right tackle Willie Anderson has now made his way to the game. This card looks really good, Trumpetmonkey. What do you think?
Really good. And let me just throw this out there, guys. We made sure we researched this. The research department over here at MUT Force looked into this. He played his final season with the Baltimore Ravens. So his power-up card will have Bengals and Ravens. And we have one fan in particular who was one of the first ones ever to go all-theme team with Ravens, and he's going to be mightily happy right there. But the rest of us now have a really affordable, awesome right tackle option just through Power Up, which is great. You can now go...
He's got Jonathan Ogden on the left. Now this guy on the right.
Dude, that's an amazing freaking line right there. And we can all do that as well. We can literally now go all legends all across just Power Up the entire O-line, which is really dope, guys, because O-line's a really important position group and for dirt cheap. Just remember, most of these legend cards will be really serviceable at around 2,200 training points. And as we said earlier, you can get, so that will be 5 players, 2,200 training points, 11,000 training points. You can get 11,000 training points, guys, literally for 650,000 coins, 625,000 coins. So you can take care of your entire O-line.
Yep.
All 90 overalls.
Not to mention, that's a good investment too, because eventually the prices of these guys are going to come down. And all you got to do, as soon as this card hits like 150K, you can go pick him up and take him all the way up to the 94. Yeah.
Whammo.
So Willie Anderson, guys, don't forget the offensive line. This is a great card to throw in as a power-up right now. The next card we got, Javon Curse. The Titans getting a lot of love this season, man. They're having a nasty line.
And Fly Eagles Fly, his power-up card will have Eagles Chem as well. Hype! So even though we've got some left ends at Eagles, I would have a look at this is a hot tip right here. If you're an Eagles fan and you're building a theme team, and you don't have Barnett over there or the Rising Star,
left
go and have a look
Graham,
at the
right?
set. Yeah, say it again.
Left end would be Graham, right?
Yeah, left end's Graham, but I would say that Javon Curse may have a set piece card that is a right end.
Oh yeah,
and is an Eagle. So I just don't, I'm not sure. I wasn't a massive fan of his in real life. The other viewers out there can tell us, did he play both ends, right and left? And just have a look at that set pieces when he drops, when this video is live. Go have a look at the set pieces if you're running Eagles team. Man, his cards always play crazy well because he's so fast. He's not going to be replacing my Khalil Mack because my Mac Daddy's 85 speed and he's balling out in head-to-head in Weekend League. Mac is a machine. This card will be similar. This card will be very similar.
Yeah, left end is a really powerful position in the game right now. 85 speed, ridiculous. I just got my Joey Bosa up to 78 speed, which is I'm sure is nothing compared to Khalil Mack right now. But even then, like the moment they get off their block, quarterback needs to start running away. And 85 speed, I can only imagine how Khalil Mack is performing, man. That seems absolutely savage. He also comes with 94 finesse move, 85 power, 86 block shed. What's nice about this card right now is that he's probably not going to be super overpriced because there are so many good left ends in the game. So especially Titans, you guys got yourself a really nice left end. 85 speed. He's got great finesse move. I think he's a good card. The block shed is the only thing I don't like about it.
Yeah, but the flip side of this is, guys, if he is overpriced, right? Because some people, shiny new, and they want to spend it, and the prices could be driven up. Then go get yourself a Mac.
Yeah. I think right now the only right answer to overspending for a left end is Khalil Mack. Everyone needs a Khalil Mack on their team.
Khalil Mack's not even that expensive.
Yeah.
Under $400K. Boom.
Yeah, because he was in the promo. If he wasn't in the promo, easily closer to $1 million. Like, that card is absolutely ridiculous. Until we get a Joey Bosa, Lil Mac is king. All right, guys, there's a limited card out right now, too, that we don't have any information on, so hopefully it's something really good.
I have a prediction.
I have a prediction for the limited card. The monkey is predicting Charles Woodson.
What? Really? You think we're going to get Charles Woodson right now?
I got a feeling in my bones. Baby. We're getting to Charles Woodson. Mark it down.
My God. Okay, if I had to make an official prediction, I would think I think we might be getting LaDainian Tomlinson, bro. I think it's about time. He's got a good contract with EA. He's got a good contract with Madden. I think we might be getting LT, and I'll be throwing him on the Chargers team. We're gonna have Melvin Gordon on one side, LT on the other side. Boom, baby.
You can run LT at freaking wide receiver then.
Ooh, I would totally do it too. He's gonna be fast as hell on a Chargers all-theme team too. Wouldn't be surprised if he can get to 99 speed with sprinter as well.
I hope you're putting Eckler at. How do I say his name? Eckler,
yeah.
Eckler. I hope you're putting Urkel in freaking slot wide receiver position for those deep routes and those post routes in head-to-head, man. That 93 speed is insane.
What's funny is that on head-to-head, what I find myself often doing is using Kellen Winslow wide receiver. He's just so tall, and at 89 speed, really, really good. So
89 speed, still faster than Keenan Allen.
Faster than Keenan Allen, and the dude is 6'5". All right, so we got some options.
Grandma, fan of the Chargers, wearing a Chargers Phillip Rivers jersey and a walking frame. Hello. Still faster than Keenan Allen.
Let's see an animation of Phillip Rivers getting upset from the bench and going in for Keenan Allen and outrunning him as well, man. I don't know. Mud Guru, we need some more speed for Keenan. There's no way that he's that slow. He's slower than most tight ends now. Come on, baby. Come on. All right, bros. I think that's going to wrap it up for today. We got ourselves a lot of content. Series 3, is it a bust? We don't know yet until we find out what Coach Madden does and how much it's going to cost. I don't know if it's a bust. It's just not as exciting as we thought it would be.
The verdict is okay on Series 3. An A for effort from the MUT team in EA, and I mean that. An A for effort. But whether or not the entire Series 3 is dynamite is that sprinter cam from Coach Madden. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, if +1 speed is the thing with Coach, like I will completely eat my words. It's gonna be a huge W. All right, guys, this has been the Drunken. Now it's been an hour of recording. So coming up, sober director and the Trumpetmonkey.
Hi.
As always, bros, stay frosty.
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. Mutt Master YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain. Stay frosty.